Hi everyone, it's Amy from Scrapping Ames and I'm up on the Kitaholic Kits channel at the moment for a guest designer for February. And my design is this sketch challenge you can see right here for February for the kit. And yeah, so I decided to do a 12 by 12 layout with a bit of mixed media, a bit of indecisiveness as well, as you will see. So here I decided, hang on first, here we go, the lovely February kit you can see there was the embellishments as well as some of the printables that we get. And here is my little 12 by 12 box of goodies. We got that Kaiser Craft sticker sheet. There was a heap of 12 by 12 papers. And yeah, so here I'm using this pinky coloured 12 by 12 to do some stenciling on with some texture paste. I didn't actually think this through very well. I'm not really sure how I did this, but anyway, didn't quite go according to plan. So as you can see, I put the stencil down and the texture paste. I start smushing the texture paste over, and what I actually wanted to happen was that you would see the background, the pink background of the paper. Yeah, that was an epic fail. I don't know why. Didn't think it very well. So anyway, so I cut out my smushing all that through, and you can see not too sure I quite like it, but put it aside to dry and work with it anyway and see how it goes. So I did have a bit of a plan in mind for this layout, obviously with the sketch, but what I was going to use. I loved this floral paper that we got in the kit. Absolutely loved it. Knew I wanted to use it on this layout, but wasn't sure how. So in the end, as you saw, I just stenciled out or drew a little love heart and have cut it out using the same stencil I used for the texture paste bit you saw just then. And for me, I'm using black cardstock that also came in the kit, which is unusual for myself. I usually use a white background, or I'll put some sprays and mists and mixed media stuff on it, you know, or use a coloured 12 by 12 background. But this time, as I said, I'm using that black one. So I decided that I wanted to fringe the tissue paper on the back. So the purple tissue paper again came in, the kit came wrapped in. So I wanted to give this a bit of a go. I've never used tissue paper before. Wanted to use it as a bit of a layer in the background just to make the photo stick out a little bit. It matches some of the purple that's actually in my dress in this picture, which you may not be able to see very well. But as you quickly saw, I snipped the edges just along the top and the bottom and just fluffed them up a little bit with my fingers. First time I've ever done it. I actually think it worked quite well. Yeah, just something I wanted to do, I guess. So now I'm just playing around with different bits of ephemera that came in the kit as well. So and trying to match it to the sketch design as well. When I do a sketch challenge, I must admit a few times I've done it, I kind of go off on my own tangent a little bit, but that's creativeness, I guess. We also got this twine in the kit as well, so I wanted to use that to make the little, and with the bow to make the little piece that was down the bottom of the sketch, because I wasn't sure how I was going to make the bigger bow sort of thing and make it stick out. Being that it was on the black cardstock, I wanted everything to pop off it, so it needed to be colourful, it needed to sort of be eye-catching and things, for me anyway, eye-catching and whatnot. So I'm just using a little tray that I found at Kmart. I've seen everyone use it, and I randomly came across it looking for some stuff in the pie section. So I grabbed it while I saw it. And that's what I've just putting my ephemera pieces in now. And I've just got all the bits that we get, little bits that I get in the main kit. So as you can see, I'm just fussing around with this string. Yeah, don't have the most cooperative hands and fingers at times, and as you can see, I fuss around. I have edited a fair bit out of this because it was a very long video, and most of that is just me fluffing around with bits and pieces that, you know, I wanted to put on there, or making a decision as to what, you know, I wanted it to look really good, and being that I'm using elements I wouldn't normally probably use, it did take me a little bit longer to figure out how they should be placed. These little gold confetti hearts also came as an extra in the kit, in the main kit. That was part of the pack. And they're very, very cute. And there was a lot of them. So I'm not sure I'll, you know, kills them all by the time the end of February comes. But nonetheless, they'll be a nice addition to my little stash. And as you can see, just using some labels here, and I went through and already fussy cutted before I did this layout, all the pieces from the printable, so I didn't really have to do much cutting when I would sit down and do a layout this month. But yeah, as you can see, just adding some bits and pieces there just to bring out those elements of the sketch that needed to go in. Now, all of this is just from the main kit. Nothing in here, I think, is from my stash. Not everything is from the kit. As you can see, I've got quite a fair bit. You get quite a fair bit in the main kit. These lovely Print Press Studio puffy stickers as well. There we go. So I fussy cut out that heart that I did at the beginning. I actually don't mind it. I didn't know if I liked the sort of white look, and I thought, oh, you'll see I start to add some stuff to it in a bit. So deciding. So I got to this point in the layout, and it felt like it was taking me forever to get what I wanted down on paper. So I just went, right, it's time to stick. So that's what I've done. And as I said, I've taken a fair bit out so you don't have to watch every little bit and piece. You can obviously see I use double-sided tape to stick both of those larger hearts down. And double-sided tape to stick my photo down as well. Now, I do use some Distress ink here with a bit of water mixed into it to paint across the love heart. The white was just too in your face, I thought, so I wanted to dull it down a bit, but mix in with the theme, which was sort of the love look, and you know, everything else was a bit pinky and things like that, so it made it mix in quite well. And it actually worked out really well, I think. And I managed to still get that pink in the background from that other paper, the paper I used on it. So now I'm just sticking my heart down. This is, again, like I said, the first time I've used tissue paper. So I do have a bit of trouble with the adhesive on this day. Of course I do, because I'm trying to film something. Between double-sided tape and the removable glue runner, which you'll see I fight with a little bit, or maybe I took that out. Ended up fighting with it. I think stick the floral heart down, it just wouldn't work. I kept getting stuck. I was like, right. So I've moved it. And yeah, I took it out. There we go. I had a thought in my head, as I said, as to what I wanted done and what photo I was going to use for this. I'd already planned it out. But some of the elements are add-ons, as I've said, just to make everything stick out a little bit more off that black cast. So the journaling was to go off to this side piece here. Originally I was just going to stick these label stickers down, or label tags that we got as part of the printable sheet. I didn't like them, as you'll see. I fluff around and I go with one of the doilies that came. We got a little pack of doilies, mixed coloured doilies in it. So I go with this lovely little white one. And I just play around where everything's going to go. So, you know, remembering those elements at the beginning that needed to go in, the little hearts at the bottom, the journaling and those sorts of things. So just playing around. As I said, I do fuss around quite a bit with this layout. I'm indecisive by nature, and then, yeah, trying to do a creative project following a sketch should be easy, but I wanted it to look perfect. Magic fingers there. I keep losing my tape. That's my magic fingers to try and find them. Abracadabra. So just sticking those elements down. And again, wasn't happy with just the doily there, so I do go through, I think that's the point. I'm going through off to the side, my little container of goodies. Originally I did really like this heart tag here. But I liked the tag. It just didn't look right. So it does go. And I put some more different things down. I was just picking out elements of the ephemera pack. You know, it's all new, so it's like, oh my gosh. You know, and this month's kit was really bright. Really bold and very beautiful though, I thought. As soon as I got it, I opened it, I was like, yes, it's time to create. I don't know if anyone else feels like that sometimes when they get some goodies and they, you know, go, yay, surprise, and now it's time to get motivated and do something. So yeah, so as you can see, I do fuss around. That tag you just saw there with the little, this piece here, it does make the cut. I do play around with like those little labels on it, just to see what works. Because there was the flowers and that were just, it was a really pretty tag. I ended up actually not covering it at all and put my journaling on that. And I felt that it, you know, it matched into the pinks and the backgrounds and things as a photo, but it also sort of linked across to that floral yellowy heart as well, up in that top bit there. So just tying those elements together a bit, that florally pattern, the colours, it's a good way to go. And the good thing with this kit as well is that it is all coordinated, so it makes it easier for someone like me who's not, you know, the most creative of minds as such. I sort of just play around and see what comes up, I guess. So I do pop this up on some double-sided foam tape, again just to make it pop up a little bit, and as you'll see, I slide in some things underneath it like the other hearts and that, so I just wanted to make sure, you know, everything was popping out and seen, and you know, there's so much prettiness. Now the title actually got me here. I really wasn't sure, and I wanted to use, there's so many phrases on these Pink Fresh Studio, the puffy stickers, and I just wasn't sure. And again, I've cut out a bit where I fiddle around with what I'm going to put where, and you know, and that Kaiser Craft, the sticker sheet there, I was looking to see if there was something else to add to it onto the layout. Yes, so there is a pink puffy sticker that says Perfection, and I loved it, and it ties in those pinks really, really well with the rest of the stuff. So here I'm just journaling the date this photo was taken. We had a family photo shoot done late last year, and yep, so 2016, still going on that album. So yeah, that's a photo amongst a few that I've used. I'm not sure what I'm looking for here. Oh, I know. I think this is the bit down the bottom. Oh, yeah. And see, indecisive takes over again. Thank goodness it didn't do anything wrong. I actually had the date tag underneath, then changed my mind and moved it, and then changed my mind again and moved it again. So it ended up being up in that top corner, as you can see. Now we've got some nice little, the smallest sort of washi tape I've ever seen. It's quite fine, gold glitter one. And so I just popped that up there. I must admit there's probably one element to this layout I didn't quite like. I don't know why. I mean, it's grown on me now, but I sort of did it and stuck it down, then went, I don't know about that. But anyway, it was there, it was stuck, it's noted. What can you do? Now on the sketch it had underneath the photo a little bit that says love. I think I didn't do a frame as such, and that was why I used the tissue paper. That's sort of my interpretation of the frame that was sort of in that sketch. So I cut out a little tag piece that came in the printable sheet and ended up using the Kaiser Craft there. You can see the little green alphabets that come on it as well, and I've just spelt out the word love and put some, oh, and I apologise, that was where my video somewhat, don't ask me why, but my video somewhat cut out and then it started again, and yeah, I'm not sure what the go there is. But you can see I've added all those rest of those elements with a bit extra. I've used the puffy stickers to do the title, which is the ongoing story, which is the blue you can see there next to the yellow heart. And then tied in those other elements like the little glitter or the little gold confetti hearts at the top and the bottom, as well as the two other hearts that were in the ephemera pack at the top. Now I will give you some close-ups so you can see what the final product is. You didn't really miss much, I don't think, where it cut out. Just me sticking down those last pieces and using some of the puffy stickers to add some elements to this page. So yeah, just going around and adding that glitter washi. And again, it was an element I wasn't sure, and I actually fiddled around with it a little bit. It was a bit sticky. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. But again, in the end, it's grown on me, and I think it actually makes it pop out a little bit more. So yeah, I think that might be it. I will give you some close-ups in a moment of the final product. Now, I hope you really like my layout. As I said, it's from Kitaholic Kits. So jump on over and subscribe to any of their kits there. This one's the main kit, and it's definitely value for money. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.